Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday, live from my office in Windermere. And you're probably thinking, what on earth? It's Christmas planning time in August. We should be planning for Christmas. So what should we be doing? It's hashtag FAQ Friday. Lots of businesses getting ready now, ready for planning menus, ready for planning packages for the Christmas period. And you're probably thinking, are you joking? Not right now. We're not ready for Christmas, but we are just over 3.5 months away to Christmas. And all the magazines, all the editorials, all the public relations, all the press releases, we'll all be expecting Christmas details as we speak. So what should you be doing right now? People have been questioning, as we've been mentioning over the last few weeks on the FAQ Friday, about occupancy and revenue and what is going to go on. I've had a lot of discussion with different operators and businesses who have been saying, well, you know, people have got used to not doing Christmas parties. Well, if I'm brutally honest, if you actually ask big companies, they're all starting to book now. Some have already booked their Christmas parties. Some have already booked their Christmas experiences. And I know if you're looking at things like UK Lapland, that was booked months ago. So if you weren't ready then, you will have missed out. So if you're thinking about Christmas, you have to be thinking about it right now. So what can you be doing for your Christmas planning, marketing strategy? Well, let's just go through a few points for you and help and support you. First of all, the biggest thing that lots of people forget about when they're doing any kind of strategy is where they are now or where they've been in the past to where they want to be. And it's really important you're clear on your goals. What do you want to achieve? What revenue? What occupancy? What do you want to deliver? All of those elements need to be really clear at the first instance. And then check out what you did last year. Now, last year was a different year altogether. And this is where a lot of operators and businesses are getting really, really funny about, because they're comparing against a year that was an anomaly. So it was different. So check out what you did back in 2019, pre-pandemic, for a true comparable performance. And what did you do for a marketing strategy? How did it work? What bookings did you get from it? Did you have a goal set? Were you clear and defined on what you wanted to achieve? And look at all these elements. Be really clear, and I say this on near enough every FAQ Friday. I say it to every single business I work with. Be clear and clarify your ideal client avatar, or your ideal client audience, if it's a different market to what you normally go for your Christmas marketing strategy. What are the pains and gains? So what are the pains, the problems that you have the solution and the gain from, the pleasure that you offer for the pains, the gain, pains and the issues and obstacles that they might be finding elsewhere, and you've got the solution for. Then create what I call a Gantt chart or a project plan, a timeline for you, your business, your team, who you want to, and make sure you've got all this communicated throughout your whole organization. You know, if you're waiting for chefs for menus, give them a timeline of when you want the menus in. The photographer for getting content, make sure you've added the main dates in that timeline. You know, things like if you're doing an advent calendar for your guests where they've got to interact and got to a competition or any description, so make sure they know well in advance, teasers going out there, and when you're going to execute each of your marketing strategy plans. And this has got to be communicated to all suppliers as well, who is getting involved in what their elements are. The next thing is plan your unique Christmas message to your ideal client audience avatar, who you are talking to. Does that resonate, the Christmas message, with your ideal client audience? Do they get it? Do they understand it? Is it something that they resonate with and would love to be involved because of that message? Really think about that. Ask your team, mind map it, write all your ideas down and see which one actually works with your ideal client avatar. Put the ideal client avatar right in front of everything that you're doing. Fall in love with your ideal client, and what you do is everything else becomes easy because you get in the psyche of your ideal client. Remember the tonality and language. If you're looking at a new ideal client or a new audience for your Christmas message and your Christmas marketing strategy, then look at the language you're using, because the same language doesn't appear to all. The tonality about how you're doing it. Remember to stay positive and how excited the Christmas message to be delivered. Pick a theme. Pick a theme of what does it look like, what theme you're going to use, and is it on brand, is it simple and effective? And remember, you can actually use Canva to assist with your design. Really cheap and effective, really great, very simple. Make sure that you're on brand, so don't change your color scheme or your fonts or anything like that. Make sure you're on brand. And consider the channels that your ideal client audience is using. If they're, online, make sure you're online. If they're direct mail, make sure you're direct mail. If they're newsletters, if you've got database, make sure that you've got the right person. It's all up to date. So many businesses just send the same data out again and again and again to the same data, and people have moved jobs, and it just bounces back, or it doesn't do anything, and the communication doesn't get out there. So check your data, make sure it's up to date, and decide on what packages and prices that you're going to have. Make sure you align with your ideal client audience, and make sure you add value. I always like the fact of over delivering, as Father Christmas does. He keeps giving the gift of Christmas. Keep that up, keep that message alive, but make sure that you are clear on your packages, clear on the prices. And if somebody who doesn't know you, get them to check what it means to them, and is the right message getting out to you. So get them to teach you what that looks like and what they expect. And if it doesn't align with what you're wanting to align with, then obviously that's not going to work. So tweak it as much as possible. Personalize it. Make sure you personalize it to your ideal clients, and also personalize it to you. Make it personalized. When you're given the gift of Christmas, it's got to be personalized, and make sure that your team is personalized with it. So if you've got a great team and that's part of your selling points, then make sure that they're all wishing your guests a happy Christmas, and they're all involved as part of it, if that's what makes you and your business strive. Create content, and you've got to create it by the end of this month. August is a crucial and critical part of creating the content, and have it out there. Make sure the next element is that you review all your marketing campaign and results. But before you do that, get it out, to get press releases out, get content out to public relations, but also any media channels. Tag people in on Twitter, get it out there. Be one of the first to get out there if that's where your target audience is, and review your marketing campaign. Keep an eye on the results, keep tweaking it, split testing it, to make sure you keep giving it the best optimum chance. And launch to your media channels that work with your ideal client. Find new ways to engage, new ways to communicate, and really think outside the box. This is your chance to really use the Christmas spirit in all of its essence and be the Father Christmas to make sure that your message, your packages, your prices get out there and they are communicating to the pains of your ideal client audience, and what you as a solution, what you as a gain, what you as a pleasure can actually create. And continuously, as I say, regularly monitor it. Always monitor it. Put it against your goals. Keep checking it against your goals and review and tweak it along the way. And that's what Christmas is all about in the hospitality industry. So make sure that you follow those steps. I think altogether 14 or 15 steps that I've pulled together to help and support you to get your project plan, your strategy plan, your marketing, and all of your elements together so that you have an abundant Christmas, because that's what it's all about. So instead of Santa, please stop here, guests, please stop here and enjoy yourselves in abundance. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Christmas planning, everybody. And have a great weekend. And as always, Alison at ajlakes.com here to help and support you along the way. Take care and all the very best. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.